Hello, everybody. This is Smithers. Today, we're episode 9? I think. Yeah, I think it's episode 9 or 10. It's kind of hard to keep track. I'm kind of in the middle of an editing process. Today, we are working around the house, putting together a few things. First off, some news. I finally got my enchanting up and running. I was able to set my axe, also known as wood chipper, to efficiency 2 from its unbreaking status before, which is just excellent. I've also been able to get sharpness 1, looting 2, which I'm putting on a sword soon, and protection 1 again. So I think I have 2 protection 1s, so that is some pretty exciting stuff. I'm going to go ahead and stick that in my enchanting chest. I've also finally got a book and quill. And the book and quill is going to help me with my to-do list, marking important places that I find in the world, generally just keeping track of what's going on, which is awesome. I don't have any to-do lists in there now, but I will eventually. So today we're going to go try and we're going to set up our axe. We're going to set up, we're going to try out our new axe. We're going to set up our brewing stand, and we're going to make some pistons and probably some sticky pistons as well, and that'll help us with our sugarcane harvesting setup. I'm also going to look at adding a second floor, really a third floor onto the base. I might even put in a little bit of this first set of the roof, kind of add the second level, because this will turn in, I think this is going to turn into my upper storage area, and this will be my lower area. I'll probably still have important storage down here, but deep storage up we go, as well as some of my enchanting, smelting, and so on. Although I'm going to go up and down. I might just leave a large amount of this open because I like big open areas when you go into a building. So without further ado, we'll just go and set up our brewing stand. I've actually just laid these out in the chest so that I can remember how these things go together to make the various components. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put my brewing stand right here. I'll leave that there. So yay, brewing! That is fantastic. Alright, now for our pistons. Grab these. Grab our iron. Grab our redstone. And our wood. Head right on over here to our crafting table. Run these across like so. Put these, let's see, I think these were... Are these here? I think they were. Pistons. Excellent. Alright. Alright. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly change one of these into a sticky piston, and then I'm going to sleep. I totally forgot to sleep before I started off. And that is not good. Not good. Not a good thing to forget. It's important to sleep. I think we'll just chop wood next. Yeah, I'm really actually excited to start out with this efficiency 2 axe. Like, I planted like a giant 4x4 tree and I actually forgot the very top of it. And so it's kind of hanging up there. I'll have to eventually go up there later. And it took forever. It took like a day and a night to chop down. It seemed like, maybe not as much as a day, but it was a good long time just to chop down that tree. And so I'm kind of looking forward to doing a little bit better with this. In fact, I just melted right through that wood and didn't even blink. That was great. Oh, did you see? I hope you saw that. Of course you saw that. It's a video. That was great. Ugh. Leveling up your tools. You just can't beat it. You know when you first start out on a map and you're at that tree punching level and that's all you got. That's a low time for anybody playing Minecraft because it's boring. I'm surprised people make it past that stage because you just sit there and punch, and it just takes forever. You get these tools and you just melt right through that wood and it just feels great. Alright. Probably gonna have to plant a few more of these trees to get the amount of wood I need to get this, I guess, yeah, it's gonna be the third story. This has really been coming along quickly. I've been able to build what I want as fast as I want, and that's a good thing. I'm trying to get these things lined up more or less where I want them. Let's make sure I have new wood to replace the old. That'll be good. And I think we'll just stretch out and plant more of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yep. Looks good. I'm not sure if you can hear the air conditioner in the background. I've got the air conditioner running now. We're in the Midwest, and the weather finally turned for the better. So it's looking just gorgeous out. I mean, you know, it's a nice sunshiny day, and so the first thing that popped in my head is let's go home and play Minecraft. Out and away from everything. Alright, now I do know I need for brewing some bottles, so I'll go ahead and make some bottles. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, those will be good. We'll just stick my bottles in here for now. And let's go up and build the next level. Now I have been running through my potato stash, and I'm going to continue eating potatoes until I run out of them, because you know, waste not, want not. But my chicken production has been going really well. You know, lots of cooked chicken. I'm saving everything. I'm actually kind of turning this into storage for arrows as well. But I mean, you know, we're just pounding away that chicken. It's looking great. Prospects for this map are just couldn't be better. So I am very, very, very pleased with how this map just in general has been going. So yeah, I'll have to fix these corners up eventually. I like my corners facing all the way down. It's total OCD thing, but I like it better that way. I just think it kind of meets the aesthetic needs that I have for my builds. You know, I'm somewhat of a particular type when it comes to the look and feel of something, so I'm gonna be particular about it. You know, it's a pain in the butt. You gotta scaffold up and all that fun stuff, but it's all right. I mean, that's Minecraft. It's a game. I could go in like a MC edit and bypass all of that, but you know, what would really be the point in that? You know, I gotta ask. So let's run down here and pick up our wood. Now you notice that, you know, I don't do a ton of like off-camera preparation. I kind of build as I go, and that's just kind of what I dig. You know, like I like to be moving from one thing to another, switching back and forth, grabbing resources. It just feels industrious, and it just kind of gives me a sense that I'm going through and being busy and making stuff. So I think I had some bone meal in there, so I'll probably use that to speed up my wood production, because I do need it. Now I'm going to go ahead and break all of these leaf blocks. I'm breaking the leaf blocks because sometimes when oak tree in particular grows into older oak trees that you've cut down, you get this really like tangled wood vibe, and you know, you can get a bunch more wood that way out of an individual tree, but it's such a pain to harvest. So I just like to you know, grab my wood and go. You know, it's fine, I'll just grow another tree, I don't really care. I like growing trees. In fact, this is going to sound weird, but growing trees... There, it did it. Aside from this, growing trees is probably one of my favorite things in Minecraft. It's just a lot of fun. You grow, you break, you harvest, you make things. Wood is one of those really great resources. Really, you can build pretty much anything you want out of wood. May not have the look you want, but it's cheap. You know, you need a sapling, a block of dirt, and then you're pretty much good to go for the whole game. you know, most anything you want is made out of wood. So I always love having just massive amounts of wood storage ready to go. I'm a huge fan of always having chests. You should always have a ton of chests on hand. No reason not to have chests. And I do go a little crazy with my chests. Like sometimes I'll just make so many chests and start placing chests and building these massive storage systems. Then I realize, you know what? Outside of wood, I don't have that much stuff. So I'll oftentimes build bigger than I need. But you know, it's better than building something complex and then not, and you know, just realizing you don't have enough storage or resources. So it's better to go a little overkill, in my opinion. I hate these. I should just set this on fire. I love wood, but this isn't a fun way to get it for me. But let's see if I can't break it down. The problem is you get these clumps of just floating wood leaf conglomerate things, and they just take forever to get rid of. So now I gotta place wood just to get wood. It's just untangling. I think, you know what, if I had to say, I think the biggest issue I have with this particular method, or this particular quirk of oak trees, is that it's just not very time efficient. I can mine through things pretty quickly and get the resources I need, but I don't want to spend that much time just hammering through all these leaves, wasting my tools, burning down on them. And, you know, I keep on switching back and forth for my axe because I don't want to waste my axe or other tools on this. This is bogus. But regular tree growing, oh, just love it. Especially those big pine trees. All that wonderful wood. Now I know with oak you can actually get more wood from like an automated tree farm. I guarantee you I'm going to build one of those. Mainly because I never have. I've seen lots of tutorials online, but I've never actually sat down and built my own. So that's gonna have to put that on my Minecraft bucket list for sure. Alright. Wonderful. Alright, spent about a day so far. That's alright. Grabbing all these saplings, which means I can make a ton of trees later. Which is going to feel great. Love harvesting wood. So that's a good amount of wood. Alright. Should be able to finish this off. Maybe start it on the walls. Yeah, maybe start on the walls. Then go sleep. Sleep away the day. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Alright. There. Now, you might be wondering why I am using oak instead of like a darker wood. I do like the darker woods. I have built out of dark oak before, this type of structure, and I do like the look of it. And I may later convert it, but when I'm first building, and you know, if I start switching to a different texture pack, I've noticed that everybody tries to make spruce wood look like a pine tree. And pine tree bark is so ugly. There's hey guys, people who make their own resource packs and things like that, there is a reason Minecraft didn't make an ugly gray texture for the spruce wood. I know that they did make an ugly, frankly, an ugly gray texture for the acacia, but they bypassed that on the spruce because spruce wood's kind of ugly. You know, that's I realize that's an opinion. I realize I'm building a gray stone brick structure, but you'll find later on I am going to go through and I'm going to get rid of the gray in my own resource pack. It's going to go away. I'm going to go with kind of a off brown, off white, kind of a tan, more of a tan look. Not sandstone, but like a tanned granite, because man, too much gray is just not doing it. I mean, can you imagine if I used acacia for this? That would just look terrible. People wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. Nobody likes that much gray to build. So, and eventually, as I go, I'm gonna swap this probably with like a red sandstone, and then a brighter color up here, probably like a smooth sandstone. That's one color scheme that I do tend to go with. So let's see. I've gone 4 high. This is probably. This will be the last tier before I do the roof. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. Make this 6 tall. Yeah, nice and tall, nice and tall. I mean, I'll have to make all the windows that tall, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright. We should have plenty left over. Eat our potato. Our hunger's low, and therefore our health is low. I see you. You think I don't see you, but I see you. I got a cave there. I gotta seal that up. I'm gonna either seal up that cave or make it a more formal entrance to an underground. If under there is kind of cool looking. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Yeah. I will sometimes make an area look cooler. Just because I can, not because I'm using it. I'm a huge fan of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright. So I was thinking about the town and what to do with it. I've done a couple different things as far as securing the town. I've done a couple things before. I have actually built a trench before all around the town so that nothing can get through there, and that works okay. I've also built a wall, so I'm kind of thinking I would like to do a combination of the two. So what I might do is raise the wall slightly, raise the ground slightly up, and then dig down for a trench, and probably build an overhanging lip in that as well. So it's probably going to be, at least 4 or 5 wide as far as a trench, mainly because I don't want spiders getting in, basically. Spiders are not friendly to villagers, so in order to protect the villagers, I'm probably going to have to build all that. Now that means in order to do it quickly, I'm probably going to need a beacon. So securing this village is going to take a while, make no mistake about that. So, alright, I think I'll just put up the corners of this wall, and then we'll probably call it a day. It's actually been, another odds and end day. But man, chopping that wood, that was so much easier with that efficiency 2 axe. A lot of people, if you're new to Minecraft, start looking at enchanting early. Because enchanting is so much fun. And, to be honest, I recommend when you first start playing Minecraft, go ahead and play it in creative mode a little bit. You won't see a point. But then start playing in survival mode. And just, if you do that, you'll really get what Minecraft's all about. It's about building up from nothing. So far, outside of changing the weather when I was in a swamp, because it was just getting insane with the amount of creepers, there's really a lot of benefit and a lot of payoff emotionally to just building a world from scratch, getting going from scratch. Everything I've got so far has been without cheats. It's just been with a little bit of the knowledge of the world and kind of knowing where to go for things, and that's kind of good. So you know what? I'm going to see if I can pillar up. Grab some pillar and material. Probably some wood. Oh, look at all that wood. Alright. And we'll get another shot of this. Let's see. Now, part of the reason I like to go get these shots, and I'll probably just pillar up here too, because this is where I totally didn't chop down that part. Part of the reason I get these shots is so that I can get a sense of the structure I'm building and its place in the world, how it looks. And I also use these as the thumbnails for my YouTube videos. It's kind of handy to be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. This tends to look pretty cool, and I get a good shot. So so that I can, take a look at it later. Oh, that's looking good. Maybe a little bit down. Yeah, it's kind of a nice floating effect. Maybe we'll go off here. Normally, I don't really do these on camera, but I think it's kind of cool to see people's process sometimes. You end up learning a lot about, making videos and things like that. And I'll be honest, some of the fun is just making the video. I don't often, this is going to sound weird. I don't get to watch myself work very often. I'm usually too busy doing the task to actually see and appreciate what I'm doing. So we'll just take that picture. Looks good. Awesome. You don't really get to see yourself work. And if you're doing any kind of art, whether it be 3D modeling or even like traditional painting or digital painting, I would highly recommend not talking while you're working or chopping out your feet from underneath you. I would highly recommend watching yourself work because you'll notice that you make mistakes. You'll notice things that you might be able to do better, and that's a good thing. It helps you improve. Just watching how you work and what you do and being able to be self-critical. And I'm not saying like, I was terrible today, or why did I make that mark, or what was I thinking? But analyzing how you made that mistake. Why did you put that vertice there? Why did you go with that polygon? Why did you start with the shapes that you did? Self-analyzing is important, and it's important to watch other people's things. Be aware of what other people are doing around you, so that you're not building in a bubble. I mean, you can build a dirt hut and be incredibly satisfied with it, but until you go out there and you see what other people are making, what they're doing, how they're going about it, you realize it's not a competition. You're only ever competing with yourself when you're working on something creative. So look at other people's stuff, compare it to yours, but most important, compare the process, compare how they're going about it. You learn a ton of wisdom just from watching other people's processes and how they go about stuff. Minecraft, the whole community is built on that idea. We go out and we watch videos and we share ideas about how we built this next latest and greatest farm or redstone contraption or command block contraption, and the whole game just gets better. So I would very much encourage you guys to go out and, record your stuff. You don't have to post it on YouTube if you don't want, but it does benefit other people if you do that. And that's kind of why I'm doing this too, is, this is how I play. I have learned a ton from watching people like Mumbo Jumbo and Exim Void and Daedalus822, just to shout out for a few people. And I'm just like, this is what I've done with it. This is what I've learned, and it's kind of changed how I play. And maybe I can show them something too. Maybe what I'm doing works. And heavens, maybe they could pick up a trick from me. That would be an amazing feeling. But I think that's gonna do it for today. If you like this episode, go ahead and leave a like. If you want to see more of these episodes, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I do have a Google Plus page, so if you want to +1 that, if you make it over there, that's great too. Otherwise, we'll see you later.